Welcome, all you Pisces, to your weekly energy update, and this is for the week of May 8th through May 15th, though these are timeless, so if you're coming across this reading outside of that time frame, still follow your intuition that brought you here and watch the video, because I'm sure there are messages for you. If you are watching this during that week, though, on May 8th, today is Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, or all of you that mother others, that give that nurturing love. It's a great day to celebrate that beautiful mother love that we all can give to other individuals. We also, at the end of the week on May 15th, we have a full moon in Scorpio, and it's actually a full lunar eclipse. So there's some powerful full moon energy coming in this week as well. And the moon is known as Mother Luna. It actually, in astrology, it rules the mother energy and the motherly experiences. So this is a huge week of divine feminine, divine mother energy. So for this week's reading, we're going to be looking into how and where in our lives can we mother ourselves. Where can we have that self-nurturing take place in our lives? We're going to start off by pulling a card here from the Crystal Medicine Oracle. And just a side note, all of the cards I use in a reading are listed in the description box below. And let me just give it a little more shuffle here. All right, there we go. So for our Pisces, what would you like them to know about how and where in their lives can they mother themselves? All right, there we go. Wow, so ancestor healing. And you have the tree is the medicine and the amber is the healing crystal. It's card number 1. So beautiful, beautiful energy coming in here. I'm going to read from the book just to see what energy comes with this card for you. But wow, ancestral healing, breaking the chains of the past. So that mothering, that self-nurturing is around just the ancestral patterns that have been passed down from generation to generation. And so many of you have been the one that has stood up and been the one that is stopping this, continuation. I know, like, my mom even told me, and I remember she was in at the moment where we were, my brother and I, we were misbehaving, not doing what she wanted to do, of course, and doing something outrageous, I'm sure. And she was, going to spank us, and she was very angry and screaming, and she stopped in the middle of it, and it hit her that she just had this memory of her mom doing the same thing to her, and she was like, oh no, I'm doing what my mom did. And she stopped and she changed her behavior going forward. And it's like that kind of power that you have to stop these ancestral patterns that have been from generation to generation. It can be abuses, it can be some sort of beliefs of some sort, whatever it might be. But let me read. It says that we hold and carry the lessons and wisdom of our family in our blood and bones, and it's held deeply within our DNA. Tribes from the beginning of time would pray for the 7 generations, both past and present, to assist them in healing the bloodline. Just as we have our own karma to balance and our own lessons to learn, we also hold and carry those of our ancestors. Patterns and unresolved physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual issues that can be handed down through the family line. So this medicine is a strong sign that you are currently undergoing some powerful healing related to your ancestors. Pulling this card can represent that the current challenges in your life could be directly linked to your family and your family's karma. All the wisdom that your ancestors have discovered also runs deep within your bones. It is time for you to bring awareness to your current challenges, as there is a large possibility they could be hereditary. Once you understand and discover the roots of this karma, deep healing will begin. Your ancestors are always with you, looking out for you, guiding and loving you from the other side. And they are here today to let you know that you're not alone. If you've been thinking about a certain family member that has passed, can also be a sign that they are with you. I love it. Wow. And then also, the medicine here is the tree. And trees are another powerful medicine of earth, and our connection runs deep. We would not be able to breathe and exist on earth if it was not for our interconnectedness with trees. They are the guardians of the land, and they have a spirit and consciousness that is very much alive. Trees also hold the wisdom and stories of our ancestors. The Druids understood the magic of the trees and worked powerfully with them. Each tree has its own energy or medicine that, when understood, can be utilized for healing on many levels. Trees are also the vortex by which to travel to the shamanistic energy worlds, allowing us with intention and spiritual practice to enter into the lower, middle, and upper worlds. When we pass, we dissolve back into the earth with all our memories and knowledge. The roots of the tree are in the earth, so by connecting to these trees, we connect to the ancient wisdom of our ancestors. So yeah, definitely this healing that's coming, and I love how, it's not just focusing on, all the stuff our ancestors passed down that, maybe even physically, there might be a physical kind of hereditary, condition that's passed down. Like, I can't believe them, but there's so much wisdom. When you think about how many individuals had to exist for you to exist, because when you look at, you have your two parents, and then they have parents, and then they all have parents, and then they all have parents. When you go back all these generations, there's thousands of individuals just for you to have been born. And every one of them had their experiences. They had the stuff, the caca-poo-poo-doo-doo that they had to go through, but also all this wisdom they gleaned from it, and all this joy and amazing loving experiences too. And so they have all this energy that's in our blood, all this experiences that have been passed down too. So I love that. We're also going to pull from these chakra reading cards and to see what chakra the Creator would like you to know about that can aid you in this ancestral healing. One more time here. Okay. Actually, that's the one. Yep, self-mastery. I love that. Perfect card for you here, because that's what this is all about. This week is about focusing on self, and so this is looking at your power to do this. This is the solar plexus chakra, so the root chakra, the red one, is all about how we interrelate with the group, right? The sacral chakra, which is the orange one, is how we interact with our relationship one-on-one. So relationship to the group, relationship one-on-one, and then the solar plexus chakra is our relationship to ourself. And it says you've pulled this card this week to let you know this is a powerful time to manifest self-mastery. Life is constantly offering us lessons, which gives us the opportunity to grow and expand our soul. You're being called at this time to master your gifts. The key is to focus your energy on what you would like to master, and don't give up until you have embodied it fully. It takes commitment and motivation to create self-mastery. However, with consistency and time, it will come to fruition. Being blessed with this card today indicates that you are ready and are already on your way to mastering your gifts. Have you doubted yourself lately in a particular aspect of your life, resulting in frustration? Know that current challenges you are undergoing are doorways to self-mastery. Make sure not to lose focus or give up hope, as mastery is inevitable. To master something requires courage and love, and now is the time to give your full attention and presence to your gifts. You are being encouraged to look at your life's mission. Plant the seeds required to bring you closer to your soul's path. Stay motivated and dance in the mastery of yourself. The affirmation for this card is, I am the master of my destiny. So perfect here, and this is great with this combination here because it's basically telling you that you are the one that gets to control your choice and what you're going to do with all the cards that you were dealt. Your ancestors gave you cards. They gave you some really powerful cards, some challenging cards, but that doesn't mean that you're just at the whim of that. You get to control that. So we're going to dig in more here with the tarot and just find out what else the Creator wants you to know about this healing and this self-mastery. All right, so what else for our Pisces, please? Okay. Oh, okay, they want that one to go there. Let's... These three go here. What else? Okay, actually they wanted that one on the bottom and that one on top. The beginning and the end. The first and the last. Okay. So we'll start over here, and you have the Three of Swords. And this is so great because the Three of Swords, basically, swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, and your expectations. And I call this personally the expectations card because you can see here, poked in the heart. This is the disappointment. This is the pain. This is the suffering that happens when we carry on all these thoughts and beliefs that have been passed down from generation to generation of those supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. And so this represents that pain. So as we talked about, the challenging cards that have been passed down, those thoughts and those beliefs. And then you have the, yep, so perfect, the Six of Cups. This is called the Nostalgia card, which talks about past memories, right? So again, ancestry, these painful memories. But what's great about this is that the Six of Cups, six is about movement. It's about going from one shore to another. So this is going from one emotional shore to a new emotional shore. And how that happens is we're able, the more we connect to our higher selves, to this spiritual world, we understand that every moment that happens in our life is either of unconditional love of the heavenly realms or the fear of losing love of the human conditional world. All those small t truths, these beliefs that we have on those supposed to be. So when we go back to a memory, we can look at it and go, okay, in that situation, was it of unconditional love or of fear of losing conditional love? And you're like, well, they were really acting like a prick, so I think that was not of unconditional love. I know I wasn't acting in unconditional love when I was judging them for that. So you're like, oh, okay. And when you realize that when we're in fear as humans, that we will go out of our minds, literally. The human body, when it goes into fight or flight mode, when it's ignited by fear, it'll actually drain blood from different areas, including our brain, to go to our muscles to be able to fight, or flee. That's the fight or flight, right? And so our mind purposely doesn't want us to be in this clear thinking kind of position, because we'll be analyzing, I wonder if that's a saber-toothed tiger or the Bengal tiger of that, and it'll eat us, right? It wants us to go, quit thinking and react. And so it feels out of control and feels unsafe, and then it'll do whatever it feels it needs to feel safe again or to feel in control. And that, of course, when we're reacting out of our minds, generally doesn't mean it's going to have other people's feelings and impact in mind. It just wants to live and survive. So you're able to go back and look at this situation and go, okay, so when they were acting that way, they were acting out of fear. It wasn't personal. They didn't even look at me. They were just trying to get back in control and feel safe again in whatever way possible. I just happened to be there and get hit by that wave of fear from them. So you start to look at a situation differently. You're able to start looking at that other person individually, and then probably most importantly, we start looking at ourselves differently because of it. So I like this reflection and this change of emotions based on our ancestry, which includes our parents and our grandparents and aunts and uncles and whatever else. So this is definitely this kind of family healing kind of situation here. Yeah, and then you have the Six of Pentacles. And this is all about the giving and receiving card too. So there's this movement in your outside world. And I kind of feel like this is zeroing in on more of a physical movement. And so this will be doing some sort of ritual, some sort of external act, whether it's writing down the pain that someone had, writing I love you and I forgive you and burning it, or going to their grave if they're passed and just talking to them, giving them flowers, get some sort of gift of appreciation for what you learned through the situation, or an emblem of something of forgiveness, of realizing that they just wanted love and they were freaking out, whatever it might be. Or maybe if it was you that did the act to someone else and you realized that you were acting out of fear and you might have inadvertently hurt them and you didn't realize it, reaching out to them and asking them for forgiveness, doing some sort of act. But whether it's you feel like you want to reach out to that person, that's up to you. You don't have to. You can just do something personal, like I said, like a little letter or whatever, and burn it, some sort of individual, because this is going to be for you, because all that emotion is happening inside of you. They may not even realize it. Whether they are festering or not is totally up to them, but all this that you're going through here is for healing for you and for the generations to come. And they want me to go down here. And then you have, this is the Queen of Wands. So this is definitely action, action, action. And under the self-mastery, this is beautiful because she is one of the most energetic and powerfully focused individuals. She walks in a room and changes the room. She is very confident. She also doesn't feel like she's taking risks. Even though the Wands is all about passion and drive and ambition and that energy that you're putting out, she also, in addition to the fire energy of the suit, she has the water energy of the higher realms. Usually they'll have like a cat, black cat on the standard tarot, because that represents her connection to the spiritual world. That's her familiar. So she's able to connect to the spiritual world, connect higher and see things from a different perspective. So it's about trusting your gut, trusting your connection to the higher realms. And because of that, she's very confident. She knows, she's heard messages from above, and so she's very zeroed in. It's like being in a maze and you're on the, that's so tall you can't see over the walls. You get to a end of a row and you can either go left or right, and you're like, which one should I go? Well, let me talk to the eye in the sky. You talk to the spirit world, they're up top, they can see the whole maze, and they're like, take a right. And you're like, okay, you take a right because you trust them, you develop that relationship with them. Other people are like, oh my gosh, how can you do that? Aren't you taking a risk? And she doesn't feel like it because she's connected to that higher place. And so I love that for you here too. And then you have the King of Wands. So you have the Queen and the King of Wands. This is the highest energy that you can experience. The King of Wands, if this also represents your spiritual energy, it's the highest spiritual energy you can experience, which would be your higher self. So definitely there's this mighty power that's coming in as you connect to who you really are. You're so much more than this human that's walking upon the earth. You're the actor behind this character, which is a powerful supernatural, eternal spirit being that's made of unconditional love. So you have a lot of energy coming in here with that. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, and this is so perfect. Pentacles is your outside world. You know, we talked about this here a little bit with the Pentacles, but this definitely is this awareness that comes. You can see how she's juggling. She's usually juggling two things. It's this balancing between the two ways you look at your worth. One is by the small t truths of the human that are rooted in the fear, all those popular opinions, the expectations, the need to, supposed to, should, have to, musts, all those things that the society and everything we taught tells us. This is who you're supposed to be. This is how your worth is determined. But then you connect to the higher realms, the spiritual realms, and you realize, oh wow, I can define myself by the unconditional love of the creator of all things that they have for me. And so this Two of Pentacles is really showing you that there's these two sides to your worth, how you determine your worth. One is a lie and made up, and one is truth. One is temporary, one is eternal. And I love that. All right, and then for your final messages here, we're going to pull from these chakra love cards. So for our Pisces, what are your final messages for them, please? Okay, they do want this one. What else? Nope, none of those, they said. Okay, that one. I do want that pink one. That was jumping out earlier, and that one. Okay, and I said these are it. So, first message is fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. Yep, this is definitely changing this fear in that life is happening to you to that life is happening for you. And that's the solar plexus chakra, which is what this one was. Then you have the heart chakra, self-love. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. And this is so perfect because it is true. You discover that if this is the whole that you love yourself, that's as much as you can, love can come out of here to love others, but it's also what love you will allow to come in from others. So if you're like, why doesn't anyone love me? Why don't they treat me like they love me? It's like, well, how much do you love yourself? Because that's only to the extent that no matter what they flood you with, all you're going to be able to comprehend and receive is that little drip, instead of the flood coming in. Yeah, forgiveness. You'll find freedom in forgiveness. We talked about that, right? That this forgiveness is happening for you. Because when we drink poison and go, aha, see, now you are going to feel bad about, oh, why does my stomach hurt? We eat the poison of resentment or whatever feelings it might be. There are emotions. We're feeling it. They're not. So the forgiveness is for, it helps our heart. It helps our body. It helps our journey. So it's not about forgetting and allowing people to walk all over you. This is about letting go of the wrath that's attached to that hurt and that pain. Your final card is security. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature, right? Connect with those trees, connect with Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. Get out there, even if you can, get barefoot where you can just have that, your feet connect with that beautiful energy of the earth. So I am loving this for you, Pisces. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out monthly readings for each zodiac sign and a few other types of videos. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and be notified immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click the like button, also click the subscribe button, that gives you access to this notification bell. And when you go in there, if you select the all option, then you'll be notified of any new videos that come out on this channel. Also, doing those things helps spread the love, and it actually helps my channel grow as well in a great way. Because when you like a video, you share a video, you comment on a video, you subscribe to a channel, Doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so excited it wants to share the videos of that channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, I am definitely grateful for that. And also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information or answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box below. All right, beautiful Pisces, as you go throughout this amazing week, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. You have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But in the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.